Welcome back, YouTube family, or welcome if it's your first time here. I posted my first video almost 2 weeks ago, and I had planned to get some more videos out in the meantime, but I got sick, really sick. In fact, so sick that I didn't get much of anything done over the past 10 days. I started feeling flu-y a couple days after I put out that last video. It really started to set in a week ago Friday. Head cold, digestive issues, my stomach was upset, I felt awful. And by Saturday, I had a lot of pain in my abdomen, which was weird. I haven't had that before. In my lower left abdomen, I had a fever. I had a fever of about 100.4, and I had absolutely no appetite. This was the hardest part about being sick on the carnivore diet, was dealing with food. You know, my normal go-tos when I'm sick are chicken soup, maybe some toast or saltine crackers, maybe some ginger ale, dry food or sweet. And of course we don't eat that on the carnivore diet. So this was where it really got difficult. And I wanted to share my experience because I'm sure there are other people out there who've gotten sick on carnivore, and hopefully my experience can help you. So to complicate things, I'm in Toronto this month. A friend of mine is traveling in Europe, and I subletted her apartment, figuring that it would be good to get out of my usual home situation. I live near New York City, and since I'm doing this diet, it would just be good to get into a different environment, away from all my usual distractions, where I could focus on diet and exercise and really working through this. So that was great until I got sick. My health insurance doesn't work in Canada, so it wasn't easy to just set up a doctor appointment and go in and see somebody. I decided to just wait it out, see if my temperature went up. If it went up much above 100.5, if it got to 101, I would have gone right to the doctor, because then it would have been likely to be an infection. But the fever stayed below 100.5, and the pain didn't get worse. I did stop at the pharmacy and told the pharmacist my symptoms, and he suggested that I take something for gas, which I did. I got something called Gas-X, and by Sunday morning it actually felt better. The pain was probably 80% gone. My fever also dropped. It was under 100 for the rest of the time. And then by Tuesday I really started to feel not better, but 50% better. Because I couldn't eat my normal go-to foods, I decided the best thing to do was to fast and to have bone broth. So basically I did a bone broth fast Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And by Tuesday, my digestion had cleared up to the point where I felt comfortable eating regular food again. Bone broth, I didn't eat anything at all Saturday, just water. Sunday and Monday I had bone broth. I had brought some bone broth up from New York with me, figuring I'd do a bone broth fast at some point. So I had it and I just heated it up in the microwave. It helped. I felt hungry, but I didn't feel starving. And the interesting thing was, whenever I had a mug of bone broth, I felt sated for an hour or two before I got hungry again. Tuesday I ate my first solid food, and I did have my one carnivore cheat that day. A friend of mine who lives here in Toronto, who I called and told I was sick, brought over some chicken noodle soup, and I had a bowl of it. It was good. I felt a little bit of a sugar high afterward, but it was a nice way to get something into my stomach after 3 days, after having been sick and not eating anything. I don't regret doing it. I actually think it was probably the right decision for that moment. So if you're carnivore, if you're on this diet and you're in your first couple months and you get sick, all I can say is that doing that cheat helped me to acclimate to regular food again. I only had one medium-sized bowl with noodles because I hadn't eaten for 3 days and I didn't want to eat something huge. The next morning I felt hungry, but okay, I had a bowl of bone broth for breakfast. And then later in the day, when my stomach felt more settled, I had a ham and cheese omelet. So again, not pure carnivore, but dairy, eggs. It felt like the right thing for me to eat. And I want to emphasize that it really, you have to listen to your body here. If you're sick, your digestion is in upheaval, and not the keto flu type thing during the first couple of weeks, but you've got a virus. It's really good to listen to your body and take it slow, and within reason, keep toward what your body feels like having. I'm not a big one on listening to your body all the time. If I were to listen to my body all the time, I'd be pulled into the nearest bar for a couple beers, and probably would have gone to the doctor and tried to get something for the pain. Listening to my body isn't always the right solution. I mean, listening to my body's desires is how I got to be 100 pounds overweight. So don't do it normally. But when you're sick, that was my exception, and it felt good to do. Tuesday, I was back to carnivore, back to no sweets, no carbs. Not that I ever had any sweets, but the chicken soup with noodles was a big one. Wednesday, I felt quite a bit better, and I had some ground beef with egg yolks, which is something I like to eat quite often. It's really densely nutritious. And I had a little piece of salmon. Thursday, 2 days ago, was the first day that I really felt normal. And so I had my regular carnivore meals. I had some bacon and eggs for breakfast and some ground beef for dinner. And yesterday I finally was able to get a rib steak down with relish. So I'm back to normal. If one good thing came out of this, I managed to lose another 10 pounds over the course of the 9 days that I was sick. I weighed myself this morning and I came in at 252.5. On October 7th, when I did my last check-in, I came in at 263. So that's pretty good, 252.5. I'm happy about that, and it means that I've actually lost a little bit over 50 pounds since I started this diet. And I'm still not finished 3 months, so yeah, that's really good. I had plenty of time while I was sick for 2 or 3 days where I didn't leave the apartment. I had plenty of time where I was able to browse the web and see what could go wrong, what some of the pitfalls are in the carnivore diet or in low carb diets in general. Like I said, one of them is diverticulitis. We get pouches in our colons as we age, little pouches in the walls of the colon, and they can get infected. This happens as we age, and they say something like 60% of people over 50 have these pouches. One of the symptoms is when you get sharp pain in your lower left abdomen and you have gas and other symptoms. There are different ideas about what one should do when this happens. Some research indicates that it's infection related and that you should go on a course of antibiotics. Other research indicates that it's more inflammation related and you should just wait it out. My decision point was if I got a bad fever. A bad fever would have been a sign of a bad infection to me, something over 101, and I would have gone in to get it checked out. I don't know if what I had was diverticulitis, but like I said, I lean toward viral, gas, pressure, something like that. But it's something that if you're doing this diet, you should just be aware of. Make sure it's within your comfort zone. I don't think 3 months of the diet would cause this. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving medical advice here, but that was my own thought process. 3 months wasn't going to kill me, but I'll be getting my checkup in a few weeks and I'll see for sure what's going on. Anyway, I just wanted to check in, put up a really quick video and let people know what's been going on with me. I have other videos planned, a couple that I'm already working on, so you'll be hearing from me more over the next week or two. I want to get a video up about exercise and what kind of exercise I've done while I've lost this 50 pounds over the past 3 months. And I want to get a little bit more specific about what my diet has been and what my plans are for going forward. So thanks for joining. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Have a good one.